Hello boys and girls, welcome to the video. I am Nathan, welcome to my channel and to this video. In this video I'm going to be talking about an ongoing topic in photography. I think that's very focused on photography. I don't think it's included in many other industries and services, I don't think, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can let me know in the comments if it's happening anywhere else as well. But what I find with professional photography specifically is that there are a lot of people who think you need to have the latest and best cameras available on the market to be able to be a professional photographer or produce great images, where I don't think you need to. But I can understand the point of view of clients or some professional photographers who think you would need to have the best equipment, especially from a client's point of view, where if you're potentially spending thousands and thousands of pounds on a photographer to come and photograph your wedding, or you're maybe a business owner spending a lot of money to revamp your website and have a lot of photographs of your products and your staff and so on the website, and you're spending thousands of pounds to do that, and then someone turns up with a battered old DSLR, you're not going to be very happy with that. So it can be understandable when you're spending, let's say, £10,000 by a photographer for a week, and you turn up with that battered DSLR from 15-20 years ago or whatever. But from my point of view, what are you hiring? Are you renting the camera? Are you only hiring them because they've got a great camera, regardless of whether they know how to use it or not? Or are you actually hiring a photographer who knows what he's doing and knows how to use the camera, regardless of what camera they brought with them? Because from my point of view, if you're hiring a photographer who knows what he's doing, he's got a fair bit of experience, he's taken thousands and thousands of images as a hobby or as a professional, and he knows how to use the camera he's bought, regardless of what camera it is, whether it's an old battered DSLR or not, he or she is going to get a better image than someone who's not been doing it for so long, has got the experience, and has got the latest and best camera. I'll guarantee that now. Yeah, you can get lucky as a beginner and pick up, I know, let's say the latest Canon camera. I'm a Canon man, I've got a Canon camera myself. The latest Canon EOS R5 Mark II. It's a £4,500 camera. Lenses that go with it are quite expensive as well, even though you can get an adapter to use older, cheaper lenses like the EVF lenses and so on. Put that camera in front of a beginner, yeah, they'll get lucky and take some great images. Put it in front of someone who's a lot more experienced, been doing it maybe for 5-10 years, or even just 2 or 3 years like myself, and I guarantee we will take a better picture than someone who's just picked up the camera and to take pictures. So what are you hiring? Hiring an experienced photographer who knows how to take a picture, regardless of what camera they're using, because they just know how to use the camera and do the composition, do the focus, know how to edit the picture, and so on. They got an eye for a good picture. Or are you hiring someone just because they got a great camera and you want them to use a great camera, or don't necessarily know how to use it? So that's kind of the mind shift I think a lot of people need to have with photography, is that you don't need to have the best equipment, you need to have the best photographer that knows how to use the camera that they've got when it comes to photographer. And if you look at it from the point of view of other industries, let's say getting a taxi, if you ring up your local taxi rank and say, can you pick me up in 20 minutes, I've got to go to work, and they say yeah, and they rock up in a not the best car. They've turned up in a Skoda Octavia rather than a Bentley or a Rolls Royce or a Mercedes, or what you consider the best cars on the market, even though they're a lot more expensive. Is there a problem then? Usually not. Usually you're very happy to jump in the back seat or the passenger seat of the Skoda Octavia to get yourself to work, than what you would be with a camera photographer who hasn't got the best camera. It baffles me. Same thing with a lot of other industries. Like the only industry I think you need to make sure that you've got the best equipment possible is maybe healthcare in hospitals, having the best possible medication, the best possible medical equipment and so on, best possible doctors and nurses and staff and so on. But beyond that, I don't think having the best equipment necessarily matters too much. There might be some industries where that is important, but they're going to be very niche. They're not going to be as oversaturated as photography, as common as photography is. They're going to be very niche, scientific, maybe military stuff, which are professions that are very niche, very specific. So having the best equipment to protect people, to make sure you're to be able to do your job to the best abilities. So you're protecting lives, you're saving lives, and so on. You're doing what you need to do, and things are not failing, and you're not risking your life to do that. But for photography, is no one's life is at risk. You find a photographer to take some great pictures. It doesn't matter if the camera's old. If they're taking great pictures, they're taking great pictures. So that's the point I'm trying to kind of make, guys. I could go off in a bit of a tangent about other industries then, other services where some do need to have the best equipment, like military, like medicine and healthcare and so on. But there's a lot of, I think the majority of industries and services, you don't need to have the best. You just need to be able to provide a good quality service, the best services possible, and you can do that with older stuff. So that's what I wanted to say, guys. That's the video there. So obviously thanks for watching. Obviously get in the comments and let me know what you think about having the best gear or having the most recent gear. Do you think you need it for things like photography or whatever you do? Maybe you're in the service industry and you maybe have the best equipment. Do you think it's making a big difference? It's making a big enough difference to having older equipment, or do you think you could do the same job even with older equipment because you're such a good cameraman or such a good taxi driver or such a good chef or whatever it is you're doing? If you're good at your job, then it shouldn't matter what equipment you got, as long as the equipment can do the job you need to do. You should be able to do a great job of doing it, in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts, guys, and in the comments. Obviously give me a like, give me subscribe if you are not subscribing already, and also feel free to follow me on all my social medias as well. I've got Instagram, I've got Facebook, I've got LinkedIn, all kind of on my channel somewhere, so feel free to go there and have a look. I'll try and put them in the comments, but sometimes I forget. So feel free to follow me on there, and obviously if you are looking to hire a photographer who hasn't got the latest equipment, I got a camera that's 12 years old, but I can take a great picture with it. If you want to hire me, send me an email. That's on my channel page, along with my website. I'll try and remember to put that in the description of this video as well. So if you are looking for a photographer, maybe you've got a new product, or you need some new headshots or portraits or whatever. I don't do weddings, I don't do school photography, I don't do like family photography or baby photography, that type of stuff. Sometimes we'll do an event, but mainly headshots, portraits, product photography, and business events, basically commercial photography essentially. So let me know if you do need to hire a photographer, guys. So thanks for watching again. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.